heart attack. Fast, fatal, hard impact. Past painful scars, in fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact, don't ask, grab reactions, jacked, attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new submerged juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember you're discreet now, get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do continue, let us give a brief little review. Now, in the last part, we had Izuku and Katsuki, along with Izumi and Bakugo. Now, these four participated in Dr. Bright's movie night, and the incident went wrong. Now, while they were having, a cross test with SCP-420J to see exactly how high they are resistant to certain anomalies that do affect their states of mind and may affect them physically, there was something that happened. Izuku and the four, or the other three, they were able to actually see other versions of Deku. There were some who were watching over the four. However, being able to physically see them, that was a step up. Deku heard them, and he talked to them, and so did Katsuki. Whenever Reality Bender Deku popped up here, he did quite a few things. He scared the SCP Foundation. He shook everything they knew about what a Reality Bender might be. And quite simply, in the best way of thinking about it, he has changed the way they think about them. I mean, they try to debrief their agents, and they try to listen to what they may have heard, listen to what they might have found, but all they really found was a broken window and a burnt out reality anchor, one of which was thought to be impossible. Now, with that being said, we actually will cut to about a week later, where Izuku and Bakugo, or Izuku and Katsuki, they are both lying in Deku's bed. And Deku and Katsuki, they are still not allowed to participate in certain activities, such as guard duty and basically being anywhere outside of this room. They can be transferred to other Foundation sites and put to less, restricted and dangerous ones. However, the two, they are not going to be, in the best way of saying it, themselves or normal again for quite a bit of time. This effect will last a few more days. However, the two, they actually are enjoying the downtime. And there actually is Bakugo and Izumi, who they're actually enjoying this newfound freedom as well, since it doesn't feel like they have to be stuck in a room. While they can be, there are certain things they can do to entertain themselves, certain forms of it, and they actually are allowed to participate with less dangerous anomalies in certain testing, as long as they are under the safe classification. Now, with that, we actually do have for Deku, he's lying in bed. And Bakugo, or Katsuki, she actually is there with him, and the two, they're actually both very comfortable. Neither one of them wants to move. And right now there actually is a knock on Deku's door. Him going to walk over and answer it, as the person, they do to step inside. And Deku, he actually is going to bring his hands up, asking the senior researcher what they are doing. Alright, you two. We need to have a chat. What are you doing in here? Bakugo going to sit up, as she does get a dorky look at the doctor, and try to, not show herself. Alright, listen. The Foundation is aware of both of your relationship. You mentioned it prior, and there is no repercussions for you two to be together on base, especially in personal quarters. As long as it doesn't cut into certain Foundation activity, nor, things, or even tactics. Not tactics, what am I saying? As long as As long as it does not cut into certain Foundation activity, it does not matter. And the two, they need to be aware. They are in quite a certain predicament. Now, Deku would walk back over to the bed. Him sitting down, as actually is going to turn to his dresser and going to pull it open. Him grabbing his shirt as the person is continue. They need to be aware. They are a member of the O5 Council. And the moment both Deku and Katsuki do go to hear that, Katsuki actually is going to jump up. Her, still in her pajamas, asking the doctor what they mean. I am a member of the O5 Council. I have said that. Now, you two need to be aware I am going over this information while both of you two are here. Then I'm going to talk to the other two. I do not believe that they have come down yet, at least as much as you two have. The information you've given us, Izuku, is quite interesting. We've looked over it, and we found it to be very peculiar. And quite disturbing at the same time, because of a few facts. Now, Deku can tell. The doctor... No, the council member. The council member in front of them. One of the legendary O5s. Oh shit, this is serious, isn't it? What did you need to tell us? There is no better way to put this. Whatever is doing this to you two, to you four, throwing you both through different worlds, and toying with you the way it has as you have all described it, it's a threat the Foundation has not faced before in its past, nor may it ever face again in its future. If this threat leaves us, the Foundation cannot do anything. And that is right now the best contingency plan we have for it. Excuse me? I do not believe you fully understand nor comprehend the absolute uncertainty of the situation. Whatever it was that is appearing to you, these things that pretend, they are very disturbing. Right now, O5 Council, they're having a debate. And it's actually quite intriguing. What are you talking about? There are certain things in the multiverse that exist, certain ties and certain ways that they are anchored to different realities. We know that much. A person's influence and presence can change the entire way reality can be structured. Such as you four. You upset quite a bit of things. And right now, what you have brought with you, it might as well be a bull in a china shop. Right next to a fireworks factory, right next to a bombs factory. Oh. Yes. And the person who runs that china shop just so happens to be very invested in smoking. I see. That analogy is terrible. I'm sorry. I am still recovering myself. Honestly, right now this is a very welcome distraction. I do not believe I can handle the situation at the current moment. If you guys are freaking out, then what shall we do? There is a lot being thought about. Right now, we are thinking the best option is to wait for you four to jump through different realities. If that does happen, then more than likely, we'll be fine. And the threat will leave us. And if we don't, the Foundation will be in store for something very bad. And certain parameters will have to be filled in attempts to try and rid the Foundation of the threat. You're crazy. Oh my god. Okay. With all due respect, you four... No. The Foundation. The Foundation has no ability to contain, destroy, let alone attempt anything against this threat. We understand. I mean, this is ridiculous. These anomalies, this one in particular, whatever you have described to us, it's very intriguing. It got past our defenses with ease. It could easily rip apart the Foundation if it wanted to. Yeah, speaking of that, I wanted to ask something. Go ahead. Site 13, I was told it was supposed to reappear soon. Site 13? Yes. I don't exactly know what that means. Did a site get destroyed? Is it being rebuilt? No, there is no Site 13. Okay. I know you guys keep secrets, and I know there's a lot of shit I probably should not know about. But I was informed as to a lot of shit, and some of it doesn't even make sense to me yet. Alright, well, listen. Site 13 doesn't exist. That's not off the record, nor is it officially. It does not exist at all. There are currently ideas and projects underway to create a Site 13. However, there isn't one built. Not yet. We have the site, idea, and location created, but that's all. Currently, it's just a blueprint. A blueprint. Correct. Now, what. I lost my train of thought. Sorry. No. Please, just. I need a minute to recollect myself. Now, Deku is going to watch the doctor. Or the council member. And there actually is Bakugo, who she does start to pick up on a strange noise. And she's just going to turn her head. And the moment she does, she does going to Ducky look at something. Before there actually is Izuku, who does get to turn his head to look directly at what Bakugo grabbed his arm to show him. Deku, he went to go turn back around to see her. However, the moment he did, the two vanished into thin air. It was like a movie screen. They were there on the screen for 1 second, and then you just go in and cut out the film where they just walked out of the room, and you just show the room again. But after they left, just the same frame, just the same camera angle. That's what it was like. They were there and then they were just gone. Now, the O5 council member, they are very confused. And the moment they do see that, they do go to look around the room, thinking that the anomaly might be inside the room with them. And they do go to turn and bolt. Now, the O5 member, they're reacting completely out of pure survival instinct. And also the fact is, with their altered mind state, clarity is not exactly the first thing they have right now. And with that, there actually is Izuku and Katsuki. The two, they were 1 second in the room, laying down and relaxing. However, right now, there's currently a situation. Deku, he is leaning against a wall. He has a gun in his hand. Is this a revolver? Okay, not good, not good. Alright, okay. Where the hell is he? Shit. Fucking SCP is still in his head. Okay. Now, Deku is going to hear a gun fire in the distance. As he is going to directly whisk past the cover Deku is in. Him going to look out. As he does going to look around. And the person that you're going to try to shoot Deku once again. Listen here, you fucker! Now, Deku just try to ask, what do they want? Really? After everything that you've done? You're seriously asking me that? I mean, come on, kid. I've done a lot for you. However, right now, you're betraying me. You're trying to run off with that girl. Now, Deku, he tries to think. Girl. Bakugo? Thank God she's here. Okay, okay. Listen. I don't. Fuck. Okay. Now, the man is going to walk directly up to Deku. As he's going to directly look at Deku, who does going to bring his gun up. The man is going to directly go to grab at it and telling him to knock that shit off. Okay, okay. Listen, I don't know what's going on. Kid, did you take a hit to the head? Yeah, I did. Something is wrong. Jesus, you're really fucked up. Alright. Well, kid, I'm sorry to say this, but you crossed me. You were a good kid. I liked you, too. You reminded me of my own son, you know? Sadly, that boy's passed. You seemed a lot like him. Damn it, kid. Just had to go and do this shit to me, didn't you? Now, look at his watch. This guy is clearly thinking about a lot. Okay, so what to do? What to do? Wait a minute. He's got a revolver, and the way he's dressed. Is he a fucking cowboy? Now, Deku, he's a bit annoyed. However, whenever the guy is going to see Deku's confusion as to what he's wearing, he's a bit more surprised. Alright, kid. Fuck. I'll tie you up and just leave you outside of town. Someone's gonna find you and throw you to the sheriff. Hang on, hang on. Deku bringing his hand up. However, he actually is going to feel his arm brush against something to his side. And he actually is going to start to think about it. Now, Deku is going to back away. Him doing so, as the man he does go to actually bring his gun upwards and holster it, trying to explain to Izuku what's going to be happening. However, Deku, yeah, he does do something that the man doesn't expect. Whenever Deku does go to back away, the guy expects him to turn and run. Deku, he wasn't the one who would always, what's the best way of putting it, do the right thing. Sometimes he was a bit of a coward. He would run from a fight, but he would stand his ground sometimes. There are times whenever the boy knew when to fight and knew when to run. And right now the boy, he was fixin' to run off with a girl. And right now, he's about to go to jail. And the kid, yeah, he needs to run. Now, Deku, he does not do that. Instead, he uses his left hand and goes for the knife that is on his belt. And he is going to rush the man. Deku being able to do so, as when the guy, he saw Deku move forwards, he didn't even have time to process it. By the time they were on the ground, Deku, he had the knife up in the air and plunged it downwards. And the guy, he was in shock. Deku plunged the knife directly into his heart. And after going to get off of this guy, he tried to collect himself. He feels a whole lot of shit right now. There's a bunch of shit flowing through his head. And then there's memories. There's memories. This guy. No. Now, Deku, he does look at the man on the ground dying. He just stabbed the man and raised him. Holy shit. It's quite funny, isn't it, Izuku? Deku hearing it, turning to see another version of himself. You! Deku getting angry. Him going to reach down into the dirt and grab a revolver, before going to get up and directly going to turn and pull back the hammer, going to fire the shots directly at him. Now, the version of Deku, he does just stand there. The shots going towards him, as whenever they are in the air in front of him, they do just stop. And Deku, he does start to take steps forwards. Izuku, it's no use. Where the hell am I? Where are you? You're in a little world I like to call the cowboy world. Quite self-explanatory. Easier that way. What is this place? Well, Izuku, you've been dropped into the Wild West. And let me give you a brief little warning. This place is not like how you would expect. Be on the lookout for something strange. I'll tell you that much. Make it a bit more interesting. What are you talking about? Izuku, I'm giving you a warning. Every world I've dropped you in is not normal. Neither is this one. Not gonna be that simple either. Besides, you don't even know where your friends are. Of course I do. Bakugo's here. She's not. Why are you doing this to me? Izuku, I know how you think of me. I know what you want to scream at me. You want to call me a cruel and unforgiving entity. In fact, if I didn't teleport you, or rip you away from that reality, whenever I did, you would go on and on and on, talking about it later to Bakugo and Izumi. You would explain to them what exactly you think of me. And I have to say, if you want me to be a cruel and unforgiving entity, I will be one. So consider this my first act of cruelty towards you. Now, what do you have to say to that? You're just proving my point. Maybe. Maybe. However, I will show you cruelty. And you will understand I wasn't being cruel. I was being forgiving. Enjoy the next 30 years, Hirozuku. 30 years? Are you serious? Izuku, I don't lie to you. Now, have a good time. Find your friend. Might take you a while. By the way, outlaw, have fun. Now, Deku, he would go to disappear, and the bullets that were floating there in the air do go to vanish. And Deku, he's not too sure what to do. Okay, so they're in the middle of the forest, and there's a dead body right there. Fuck, where is he? Now, with that, we actually cut back over to the SCP world, where Katsuki, or not Katsuki, where Bakugo and Izumi, the two, yeah, they are alerted as to what happened. They were going to talk to Izumi, or Izuku, and Katsuki a bit of time later. However, that got interrupted. Since the member of the O5 Council, they addressed what happened. The two vanished right before their eyes. And right now, they think that they are, in the best way of saying it, losing their shit. Since they were there one moment, then quite literally vanished the next. So, something anomalous happened. It happened on base again. They need to check their reality anchors and make sure they are stable. Or, quite simply, they need to triple however many they have on base, since it clearly is not safe enough here. Now, with that, Bakugo and Izumi, they hear the news. The two jumped. And I mean, it's not right, is it? Okay. I don't understand this. The thing what Bakugo does say. Him sitting down at the table, as Izumi should just sit there across from him as well. I just don't get it. Why didn't we jump? I don't know. Okay. This clearly is all wrong. I thought thought we'd finally be sticking together. Maybe we are. How is that? I mean, what? We're separated again. Those two spent 3 years here, Izumi. What? 3 years, 2 months, a couple days. So angry. Bakugo, calm down. No, because if I calm down, I'll lose my focus. Besides, that's exactly how long they were here, right? 3 years and 2 months? Yes, it was. So do you think that that's how long we'll be here? I I don't know. Maybe? Shit. Okay. That's the case. We need to study this anomaly while we can. Are you sure? Yeah. Think about it. No, it makes sense. Really? Yes, it does. I mean, we know how long we'll be here. We know how long they were here for. And this reality, it deals with things like us. The things that we don't understand. Here, it's normal enough to have research on it. So, I see your point. Thank God. Okay, so what do you think we should do now? I think I need another cup of pudding. Yeah, me too. But after that, I think we should try to wait until this passes. Izumi bring her hands up and gesturing to her eyes. Bako, he just goes on laugh. And Izumi, she actually found it to be very happy. Well, he's happy. I mean, granted, he just lost Izuku again, but, well, they'll see each other again, right? They did once. They'll do it again. Now, Izumi, she actually is going to bring her hand down to the table. And she's going to try and stand up. And Bakugo, he does going to bring his hand down to the table as well. Him covering Izumi's hands. What is it? Hey, can I ask you something? Yeah. Whenever you get up, yeah? Can you get me a vanilla one? Fuck off. Now, Izumi Shizuka burst into a small bit of laughter, telling Bako, yeah, sure. However, he's going to owe her one. Now, we actually do cut over to Katsuki, who she was lying in bed 1 second ago. However, right now, she is standing in the middle of a town, and she's running. Oh, fuck, she should be running. Now, Katsuki, she's going to run over to a horse. Her hopping onto it and going to grab onto the reins. Think for a second that she doesn't know how to ride one. However, the horse immediately starts to bolt away at the sound of a gunshot. Now, Katsuki, she does start to ride. And right now, she is thinking about what the hell is going on. Because she's being chased out of town by a bunch of people. And some of them are trying to come after her. And she doesn't know the exact reason. However, from what she can tell, in this reality, she may not be a good person. So there is that. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Alright. Where do I go? Shit. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.